Taconite Rock for a tilt in the West. The two-time Shield winner Lloyd Sam and Neil Sika here to bring it for you. Ready to have some fun. MLS Season Pass on Apple TV.
And wide areas, Rosales is back, Longwane on the right side. I see the Loons getting some goals today. Sabi on the other side, and Daniel Rios, a well-known MLS goal scorer.
Caps off to their best start in their MLS history. So Lloyd Sam, we will turn our attention to soccer. It's never easy to do so in these moments. A short respite to get on with the game over the next couple of hours.
Let's go, Joaquin Pereira. 4 assists already.
On the delivery in, Utvik away. Longwane, the fast-rushing Nelson, right at him. It's over to Trapp. Put some moves on Atakubi.
Hold on from Badwell.
He's made a few really solid interventions already. That one in his own penalty area. Game of head tennis. Boxel with a Whitecap down. Yeboah able to contortion himself into the shot. Takaoka starts again from the back. Nelson, brief possession, now Pereira. Nelson feisty, didn't think that was a foul. Free kick for the Loons.
There wasn't too much in it. Nelson maybe doing the grabbing a bit earlier, but kind of lets go of Pereira there. That's why he's so fired up.
Which coach is more satisfied right now? Is it the motley crew of Jesper Sorensen's Caps?
I think it's Jesper Sorensen. Oh, good ball.
Rosales, and the header put right on by Harvey. St. Clair.
Oh, great ball.
Sends it long for the run of Yeboah. Atakubi, the defensive action. Get a Minnesota United set piece here.
I want to really concentrate. I'll be very vocal if I'm a senior player on the Vancouver side right before halftime.
Two-hand toss from Boxel. Pereira slicing it through the traffic.
That's exactly why Minnesota like to ring that box. That would be devastating for Vancouver. Pereira, he's had 2 strikes like this where he wants to get the swaz on the ball for it to come back, and he's not quite executing it right. You love swaz, don't you, Neil Sika?
A hint of swaz, but there's no score after 45 minutes. Clean for the contenders right now in the Western Conference. So those are the 2 changes for Jesper Sorensen and Vancouver. Drew Fisher sends us into the second half. Pass out of the back line. Repress with Berhalter. Looking for Rios! Speared away by St. Clair. Well, he was on a milk carton for most of this game, but pops to life on the ball in from Berhalter. Gondo. Caps bringing strong presence here.
Good ball.
Sabi. Bovalina. Who's out of room for the moment. Back for Berhalter! Oh. But it won't count!
I mean, what a great strike it is from Berhalter. Once it comes back, that pass should have been better and there wouldn't have been any offside here. But this strike here, first time, oh, that's beautiful. And what a shame, a moment of brilliance like that doesn't count. Ovalina's behind the ball there.
He is indeed.
And Sabi touches it.
That's credit to Sabi for the stretch.
It looks like Vancouver's going to get away with this one. There's a bit of a bad ball for Ngando, because that should have been a shot for Sabi. Nonetheless, here's Berhalter stepping onto it. Can't execute that much better.
Sebastian Berhalter, much like he was doing, hanging out for that second goal against Miami. Here's the call.
After review, Vancouver number 27 is not in an offside position. Therefore, the final decision is goal.
The air is crisp for the Caps and Sebastian Berhalter. The Caps had never won here or in Minnesota until last summer. Corner for the Loons. Great look, Harvey heading it over. That's twice now on corners. He's been dangerous.
And he has to score here, and he comes through. It hits his shoulder. That needs to be converted. Poor marking from Vancouver there. Harvey just has to connect.
Really good club in Ecuador, Independiente del Valle, his previous stop.
The shape is different. Longwane is up the field now. DJ Taylor goes to right back.
Taylor. Heavy dose of the starting minutes 2 seasons ago. It's been a little bit different, though, under Eric Ramsey. But Taylor has spent time often injured over this last season plus. He's in for Minnesota United. Back to some of the starters in this second half for the Whitecaps, who lead on the road, courtesy of the exquisite goal from Seb Berhalter.
Minnesota have gone to a 4 in the back. I haven't seen them do that this whole season. Might be mistaken. You know, always had that 3 in the back. Boxall in the middle. Now it's 2. Boxall and Romero, and the left back and the right back.
Ngando with Vite! The scoop! The score! Special stuff for the Caps in the middle. 2-0 on the road in Minnesota.
Their reinforcements on. Here's another one. He's been on maybe less than 5 minutes. Pedro Vite. Look at the movement. JC Ngando. He can play that killer ball. And Vite has that killer finish. That is good stuff. Close control, passing, movement. A really good finish from Pedro Vite. Vancouver really doing a job in Minnesota right now.
On the PNE Fairgrounds, if they can find a site. On the corner, Romero. Excellent article explaining all these issues from the great Paul Tenorio of The Athletic and this rise of the Whitecaps here in 2025. On the header, there's Longwane. He snuck in around the spot.
A bit of life there. There was some oohs and ahs for the chance, but was never really going in.
For the right back, 20-year-old. Ali Ahmed, JC Ngando. Ali Ahmed shaving it back. The round is on. Vite with number 2. That Caps opening up a can on the Loons.
Clinic pattern of play, though. Look at the pass in the movement again. It's going to be a 1-2 out on this side. And it's almost like training exercise. This is where you get and you cut it back. And someone steps onto it. Pedro Vite. What's that, 2 goals in 15 minutes for him? Really good technique on it. Right into the back of the net. Special, special team, this Vancouver Whitecaps. War on 2 fronts. No problem. Yeah, maybe they're not so used to that. I think the idea was getting another attacking player up the field, and I didn't mind that. just think the play from Vancouver's been really good.
In their element, Vite, Sabi almost had something special.
Crosses per game. And we've seen a few crosses come in that have led to goals. That's unlucky from Sabi.
This is the Loon's debut. He's been on the bench. The other South Korean on the roster, the 24-year-old Ho-Yeon Jung. Played one game with Minnesota United 2. 15 minutes remaining. Also Samuel Shishoa, second division player for much of his career in Spain.
Great transition moment. I like how Vancouver slow it down. Oh, here it goes again.
Englishman, deflection. There's the ball across, and Will Trapp has scored. Taniolo Ashe heading it back. Trapp has got 2 goals in the last 4, and he breaks the scoring slumber. 3-1. There's a pulse with 10 minutes left.
Rare moment in transition for Minnesota. You could see there's only 3 back for Vancouver. They finally caught them out in the moment. Shishoa gets it to the back post, and this is well done by Oluwaseyi to keep it alive. And Trapp gets one back. He'll be screaming at someone, get the ball, and let's get back to that center spot. Could be game on. Minnesota at home. Could expect a rally from here.
Downtown Columbus, and 2 of them have scored. They were part of that Columbus Crew system, and Will Trapp was a big part of the success that Greg Berhalter had for the Black and Golds, while his son Sebastian was in the academy. And Trapp, who was 23 years old going on 40, with his wisdom and experience and how mature he was at such a young age, and Eric Ramsey, who's essentially the same age as Will Trapp, said you only want to really talk about him when he does something like he just did, score a goal.
League-wide recognition only when he scores, but
he's such a key cog to the ghost notes, really, of our success and what we do in the midfield, and everyone's organized and the team leadership.
Setting the tone. He's the one that sets that tone. He keeps the standards high. He's been there, done it. Oh.
Sabi! A smash and a stab away by St. Clair with the right paw.
Sabi hasn't done too much, but I love this first touch. Just on the side, just to get in front of him. And I love the strike as well, and I love the save. Really good football around there. Save from St. Clair. Vancouver clapping back quickly.
Gotten himself into great spots. Vite sitting on the hat trick. St. Clair falling over, but he had defenders in front to block it.
How many times have we seen that pattern of play? Ngondo getting down to the line, cutting it back. Should have been a hat trick for Vite there. Imagine that, he came on in the second half, not a half time.
Johnson over the top. Added time is presented by Audi. 8 minutes in the second half. We did have the review on what was the first goal from Berhalter. Initially ruled offside. Clear and obvious to show that it wasn't. Bovalina adding to the minutes here. There's been some injuries. Heavy fouls. Collision course here. Ali Ahmed hurdles Taylor, leaves it to the back stick. Bovalina throws it right to the front door.
Man cannot live on long throws alone. We'll mix that up.
There have been a lot today. Boxall headed down. Oluwaseyi Takaoka to the turf. And with much conviction in this second half, the full-time whistle. Another rousing performance for Jesper Sorens's men. Put it in all caps.